Hey guys, it's Tori here. Now today I want to share with you my must-see bands for Warped Tour 2014. Now I know Warped Tour has already started this year, so I'm a little late making this video, but hey, better late than never. But every year when I go to Warped Tour, I find it to be a little overwhelming just because there are so many bands on the lineup, so I like to make a priority list of the bands that I must see, because that just makes my day go a little smoother and makes everything a little more organized. But two disclaimers before I get started. One, this list is in no particular order, and two, it's impossible for me to mention every band that's on the lineup because that would just be a little overwhelming, don't you think? So I'm sorry if a few of your favorites don't make the cut, but it doesn't mean I don't love them, just means I had to narrow it down to a few of the best. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now first I want to talk about Crown the Empire. I'm pretty sure they made it on my must-see list for last year as well because they are just so amazing. I don't know how many energy drinks they have before they go on stage every day, but whatever they're doing, it is working for them because they are so energetic, and honestly they're one of my favorite live bands to see. So if you haven't seen them before, you must. It's if you've never heard their music, it's quite post-hardcore, pretty theatrical. It's really cool. So if you haven't seen them live before, I highly recommend it. Go check out their set if you have time. Next on my list is Issues, and it seems like they've been having a pretty good year so far. They released their debut self-titled album earlier this year. They also played on the American Dream Tour with Bring Me the Horizon, which was such an incredible lineup. And, I mean, obviously the most important thing is Tyler Carter designed his hair purple, which I think might be the #1 reason I need to see them on Warped Tour, just so I can witness that hair in all of its glory. So, it'll be a good time, but not to mention they're another band with really good energy on stage. They're really good at mixing those electronic elements with the heavy music, so it's gonna be cool. And om&m is a band that I'm pretty sure is on everyone's must-see list, including mine. I don't know, I've been such a big fan of them for so long because I think their music's really inspirational, and I know that might sound so cliche, but I love what they're doing. Not to mention Restoring Force might be my favorite release of theirs to date, so I really want to hear some of those new songs live, so I'm hoping they'll play a few. Now there are a lot of really good pop-punk bands on the lineup this year, but the #1 that I cannot miss is The Story So Far. I mean, if you're looking for a good time to just crowd surf, sing along, jump, scream, whatever you want, The Story So Far is the one set you cannot miss at Warped Tour. If you've never seen them live, it's an experience you gotta have. So I will not be missing that set no matter what, so hopefully I will catch you there. Next on my list is This Wildlife, and that's a band that I've known actually for a pretty long time because I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back they released a cover of Sleepwalking by Bring Me the Horizon, and I kid you not, that is my favorite cover ever uploaded on YouTube. And I know that's a pretty big statement when you think about how many covers there are on YouTube, but that's just one that I've listened to over and over nonstop, and ever since the first time I heard it, I never forgot the band's name because that singer just has an angel voice, let's be honest. But yeah, I know they also released an album recently, and as far as I'm aware of, this is the first time they're coming to Florida on a tour, so I'm excited to see them live, and I really hope they incorporate that cover into their set somewhere, but either way, it's gonna be amazing. And if you've never heard their music, it's pretty mellow acoustic music, very different from a lot of the other bands that are on my must-see list, so maybe that'll be like my break of the day, you know, go chill at This Wildlife set, take a breather, listen to some chill acoustic music. It's gonna work out great. Now, we can't forget about Enter Shikari, because they're a band that honestly pioneered the electronic music and the hardcore and mixing it together and making it awesome. So, I've only seen them one other time, but I just remember being blown away. So, it'll be cool to see them again, because I feel like it's been a while since they've been on Warped Tour. What's up with that? Next, we gotta get a little bit nostalgic because Nick Santino was on Warped Tour this year, and you may remember him as the lead singer of Rocket to the Moon, and I don't know about you guys, but I was a massive Rocket to the Moon fan. I remember seeing them on Warped Tour 2010, and it was just amazing. And now that they're broken up, I thought I was just never gonna get to see them again, which is a bit devastating because they were one of my favorite bands, but Nick is back. It'll be good to see him again. Another band that, believe it or not, I've never gotten to see live is Get Scared. I don't know why I've never seen them before, though, because I did an interview with them. I want to say it was about a year ago or so, but yeah, if you want to check out that interview, I'll leave an annotation on the side somewhere in the screen. I don't know why I'm pointing over there, maybe I'll put it there, we'll see. But anyway, Get Scared is one of those bands that I think is pretty much universal for anyone going to Warped Tour. It's just straight up rock music, you can't really go wrong. And Danger Kids is a newer band that's playing on Warped Tour this year that I remember the first time I saw them live, I think they were opening for Sleeping with Sirens, but they have such a cool sound, and I think they might be the only band on Warped Tour that plays the kind of music they do. It is sort of post-hardcore music, but with a twist, because they add some rap in the middle of it. It is just so neat. Like, I can't even really describe it. You just got to go see it for yourself. But they are so dynamic on stage, and I love that they have a female drummer. So if you're into I think we have an ongoing theme here of mixing genres like electronic and hardcore and this and that. So if you're into that kind of stuff, Danger Kids is pretty experimental and really cool. I highly recommend checking them out as well. Next on the list is The Color Morale. The first time I saw them live, I was not familiar with their music at all. I had never listened to them. I knew the name, but that was about it. But I just remember walking away from that show, and I was just completely blown away, because I don't know what it was, but there was something about their set that I thought was so inspirational. The lead singer had some really cool things to say, and I went home and I listened to the album, and I was just an instant fan. So I'm just excited because now I actually know the song, so I can sing along and just have a good time and get really into it. Now, I'm a little bummed about this must-see because they're not actually playing the Florida dates, which are the dates that I'm going to be at, but Ghost Town is on the lineup this year, and even though I won't be able to see them, any of you who are going to any dates that Ghost Town is playing at, please go check them out. They are the nicest guys, and their music is really awesome. They have a really neat vibe going on because all of their lyrics are a little creepy, a little twisted, but I love it. So if you are going to a date, make sure you support Ghost Town. I'm not going to be there. I'll be there in spirit, possibly. Now, next up is The Word Alive, and I'm sure most of you already know who they are, but in case you don't, you might know their drummer, Luke Holland, because he's pretty popular on YouTube for releasing drum covers. But anyway, back to The Word Alive. They just released a new album called Real, which is so good. If you haven't picked up a copy, you gotta. But I'm excited to hopefully hear some new songs during their set, so that'll be a good one. Now, this might seem a bit controversial to some of you because I know it's either a love-hate thing, but Falling in Reverse is on my must-see list for this year. I know some of you might not like Falling in Reverse just because of Ronnie's personality, but I just don't think, even if you don't personally like the lead singer, that we should be discrediting the band's talent, because there's no denying that Ronnie Radke is a very strong frontman. He's one of my favorite live performers, and the whole band is just so talented. I mean, have you heard Jackie's guitar solos before? They're incredible. So despite the personality differences, I do love Falling in Reverse, and I think they got something really unique going on, so that is a set that I'm not going to miss this year. Alright, you guys, well, that is it for this video. I hope you liked my list of must-see bands, and hopefully you'll check out a few of the ones maybe you haven't heard of before. But I have a favor to ask you guys. I'll be doing interviews again at Warped Tour this year, and I really want to know who you want to see me interview. So please leave me a comment below and let me know what bands you want to see interviews with. And be sure to subscribe for more videos if you liked this one, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!